Hello there everyone, this is GoodGuyPalps. Welcome to Let's Play Civ 6 on Deity. On Civ 6 coaching, I'm trying to figure out how to beat Deity for beginners. Well, anyone at any level trying to beat Deity for their first time. Playing here with Knight Me King, his first Deity game ever. So let's get right into it. How you doing, Knight Me King?
Not too bad. Trying to figure out
Sweet.
where I was and what was going on.
Yeah, exactly. That's how resuming games always goes. Trying to remember what my plans were here. What cards am I using? Going for builders, okay. Getting my campus in. That's right, I'm delaying my settlers until I get the ancestral hall, which I'll do after I get the campus probably.
Crap, I can't remember what I was bringing this builder around here for. I wanted to mine that. There we go.
Just King.
Pachacuti sent me a message.
Your stuff. Was I bringing archers up to defend just in case?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty much to deter or be ready if Phoenicia tries to attack you, since they were expanding. They took over Kandy, which was a city-state.
All right, and I was trying to put a mine. I can't remember. Sorry, it's all blending together now. My builder that's on Guanju. Was I putting a mine there?
I think so.
Over top of it.
Because you're going to want to surround that future campus with mines.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah. I played that really nasty game this afternoon that I really didn't know what I was doing. So.
Yeah. I'm sure you were already better than before. And you'll eventually want to chop where that campus tile is. It would be, let's see.
Yeah, I'll have to build a builder for that. I'm getting a granary finished up here.
Go towards ironworking so I can get legionnaires if I want them. Beautiful. Pachacuti sent us a warning. You know, as Rome, I really should try to get games and recreation, see if I can build a Colosseum. That would be really epic.
Alright, back to my tech tree.
Yeah.
I'm still landlocked, not really worried about that. Should I work on like ironworking, horseback, currency, or should I still work on sailing, keeping all of them up together?
So there are games where I don't get sailing until I am in like the atomic age. If I'm landlocked, there's no reason for it. If you want to build, yeah, there's really no reason for you to get, for example, celestial navigation or sailing, or even astrology if you're not going to be getting a holy site. So, which we're not really trying to go for a religion in this game. My recommendation is
ironworking.
So if you want to fight, swordsmen are pretty key for early fighting. However,
I want to win not using war, because I've never won any other way.
War is defensive on Deity, at least in this case, right? We're trying to get our science up. So things you want to look forward to is you want to get towards apprenticeship and education. Apprenticeship's going to give each of your mines +1 production, which is huge, especially as Korea, since you're going to have a ton of mines up there. So and then you can build industrial zones as well, and then that gets you to education, where you build a university, which is also phenomenal for your campuses. So that's the general direction you want to go in.
And then, do I want to build a sail one up here then?
Yeah, for sure. Which city are you looking at?
Oh no, I don't have that tile space open yet.
Do you have the gold to buy it?
Let me check. Negatory.
All right.
I think I might just do a builder 6 turns, and then I could speed up production.
Something you can do to get more gold is go to the AI, go to like Phoenicia, for example, see how much gold they have and if you have anything to sell. For example, so if you have any luxury resources, which you might, you didn't improve your honey yet. If you improved the honey, which is next to your capital city, you can sell that to the AI for a decent amount of money. It'll hurt amenities, no more than what you're already at. But that's one of the ways to get gold pretty early in the game and kind of milk the AI.
Okay. Can't quite do that yet.
Right.
I don't know.
What are you working on in each of the cities?
I will need to clear that. I kind of wanted to clear that rainforest out.
Yeah, that'd be
I was just
smart.
thinking about building a builder.
Yeah, that's a good idea because you'll get a bonus. You'll chop out the rainforest, getting food and production, and then place the campus.
Cool. Oh, and then the new place. Ooh, they might rebel. That's not good. 19 turns. How do I get their loyalty up? I remember I moved Magnus back to my capital, so I don't have a governor. I'll get state workforce in 2 turns, and then I can establish a governor there.
There you go. Beautiful. Yeah, that's exactly what will work. And 19 turns isn't anything too crazy to worry about. Other things you can do is buy a monument if you had the money. Make sure you have a unit garrisoned there. There's policy cards that you can swap out to get more loyalty as well.
So should I just build? I don't really need a ton of troops there right now. I can either do a settler, but that's 31 turns, or I can work on like library. I don't know.
Let's see.
20 turns though. They're all slow. I just don't have production.
Right. So you could go for walls, because it's a border city. A builder though would be pretty solid because you can get a lot of improvements. Do you have a granary or monument there already?
No.
Then I'd probably work on like a granary or monument. It'll take a while, but they're pretty beneficial, especially the granary. It's going to help your population grow faster in the city, which will eventually help with loyalty.
Cool.
Debating what I want to spend my gold on. I might need to spend it on a granary here. Or get another builder to boost the capital. I think I will get a builder here with an extra build charge and bring that builder down to my capital, where I'll eventually get lumber mills and mines. So let's first do a couple things there. We've met Preslav, very nice.
All right, civics.
Okay, where are you at?
So I know we had done state workforce, early empire. I have military tradition and mysticism still to go, and then I was going straight down the center. So I could do political philosophy, games and recreation, drama, or either of those other two, mysticism and military tradition.
Go for political philosophy. Once you get that, you get to adopt a new government, either a classical republic, autocracy, or oligarchy, and those are really powerful because they'll give you more policy card slots and start giving you diplomatic points per turn to get city-states. Get envoys for city-states.
Would you promote Magnus so I don't lose somebody, so I don't lose a, what's it called, population in my capital, or would you promote, or like appoint another
I'd promote Magnus
governor
to get, so you don't lose settler, you don't lose population when you produce a settler, and then I would start pretty soon, if you're not already, getting a ton of settlers out of your capital.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now.
Cool. Yeah, you'll want to make sure your capital, because it struggled with growth, you don't want it to lose any population.
Will the that Jianju, will I be fine there with once the monument gets built?
You'll be fine. Let's see, how many turns? 14
turns.
turns. So, if you click on your policy cards. Do you have Limitine?
Yes.
You can put that in. That'll give you +2 loyalty for your archer that's garrisoned in the city. That's something you can do.
Should I do the 50% production towards settlers instead of the +1 production in all cities?
If you're building settlers, yes, because it's phenomenal. It's it's a phenomenal card because it helps you get those cities out much faster.
Cool.
Which I'm gonna have to switch to it in a few turns, but not yet.
Only rebellion in 14 turns.
And you grew a population in that city, so now it's a lot stronger. Something you should notice, though, is now that you can see, because you're a trader, you can see all these warriors from Phoenicia. You should be fine because you have those 3 archers, but you might want to position. Well, they're pretty well positioned actually. Just be aware that Phoenicia might be gearing up to attack you.
Sweet.
Hopefully not, but they might be.
Okay, back to the tech tree again. We wanted to go currency to apprenticeship. Cool.
I need to get this down. The Ancestral Hall, and then I will go back for settlers, though I do want to get the Colosseum in, which means I'm probably going to have to get an entertainment complex in this city. Production here is pretty bad, though.
So, question. So I hit
Yeah.
currency. I can't go straight through currency to apprenticeship. Do I have to do horseback riding before?
Yeah, I think, well, let's see, you have to get...
It's forcing me to do it.
Yeah, you'll have to. It's required to get to apprenticeship.
Interesting.
Yeah, certain techs all rely on previous techs. Dido wants some horses and some diplomatic favor, and she'll give me gold. It's pretty good, as long as she does not using those horses against us. Production's 4 here and 7 here. That's so bad. Won't be able to build a Colosseum here. It's just going to take too long. We'll have to build it here, so... Spend the gold on that. Well, we're friendly with Dido, so most likely I can declare friendship with her. So you don't have to be afraid of her going to war with us anymore. So you're good.
My guy. All right, let's see, shall we? Okay, so I can buy that tile out right now. And then my builder's done. I'm gonna go do that before I do the sale one. Am I gonna want to put commercial hubs in as well? Like, I don't know how the commercial hub and the government plaza, how those work exactly.
So the government plaza is really important, and wherever you build it, it will give that city +8 loyalty. So it's not bad to have it on your border city in Jeonju, that northwestern city. So the government plaza is a really good way to hold on to loyalty problems, or prevent them, I should say. And commercial hubs just help you be richer. So same kind of thing with industrial zones. They're going to help your cities in your empire be a lot stronger, but they're not like a game-winning mechanic, right? They're not like a science district, which helps you win. They do help you win, just not directly. They indirectly help you. So they're good things to build, but sometimes they're second to other districts, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
In certain cities, I'll usually will have focus on certain things. Industrial zones, for example, will boost cities within 6 tiles. So I often will space them out.
All right.
10 turns. It's a long time, but I'll get 320 soon enough.
My turns are really complicated at this point. Really complicated.
Yeah, I know. And it'll only be more so the more cities you get.
Okay, so this other city, should I move him east of my capital then? This other settler?
Yeah.
Settle along that river?
Yes.
Or do I want to make it to the coast? Do that one, and then the next one would be the coast.
So you could, yeah. I mean, there's benefits to going, for example, all the way over to about here. I often will pin out the cities as I'm looking, like as I'm making plans, right? So if you can settle there because it's 4 away from everything, and it's on a river and on the coast, which is pretty good, and you could have a pretty epic harbor there. And then if you still settled there, then you could go 1, 2, 3, 4. You could even settle right, even on the rice or off the rice, either one of these locations, this one or the 2 to the right of it. Sorry, that's not visible to you. That one or the visible to the right, and you can do multiple cities all kind of in that area and south of your capital.
So would you go the far coastal first so I get a harbor and things down, or would you do the closer one just for safety's purpose and then go over?
So either way, it's pretty low risk. There appears to be no real barbarians over there, and I can even protect your settler with my scout that's there. So there isn't any. Either one is not really super risky. So it's pretty much over what's going to be better. The only other thing is that if you settle near the coast, you might be able to claim up some of the tiles near the city-state before they do. Though the other thing, though, is the coast doesn't have as many hills, so you're not going to have as many mines. You might have 1 or 2 hills in that city where you could build the campus. Versus the cities that are a little closer, you might have a lot more hills. So you kind of have to weigh what's going to be more beneficial. But either one is a pretty good decision.
Okay, cool.
Good
to know.
You could probably fit cities 2 along this river that where that one pin is, and then 2 on the coast with that lake. Maybe you'd have to look at it.
I think I'm gonna do the closer one now solely because I want to be able to see things in there.
Yeah, and you'll get the city growing pretty quickly, and it's a really, really great area for a city. And you could either do there or on the rice paddy next to it or on the mart. Probably those are the 2 best spots.
Okay. Should I leave those archers up there? But you just declared peace, so should I move them off?
You can. There is a benefit sometimes to stationing them in each city, but I would still have. That's the only place you probably could really be attacked, though. So I'd leave probably a minimum of 1 there, maybe 2, and then have your other one somewhere else, maybe to kind of bust barbarians.
Okay.
I have mine kind of spaced out, trying to prevent barbarians from spawning in places that could be devastating.
Okay, so I got the sail on, build them there. We're gonna clear this. Okay, so governors, I know you've talked about Liang and Pingala both.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you recommend for what I'm doing right now? I guess one of them's kind of going to be production, the other one's science. So probably Pingala.
Pingala is very, very good, especially for Korea, because Pingala is going to give you plus 15% science boost in whatever city the Pingala's in.
Yeah, so I'm going to do it there because I just get my sail wand down.
The other thing, though, is that you might want to put her for a while in Jeonju to make sure it doesn't lose too much loyalty.
That's true.
So you might have to like put him there for a while, then put him back, and kind of figure it out that way. But let's buy this. I think it's just real close to construction.
Jeez, my gold is terrible right now. 4.3 a turn, my dude.
Yikes.
It's awful.
I'm getting... Yeah, it just kind of depends on where you are. Like, I have a bunch of silver, so silver's giving me a decent amount of gold. And then I've made a couple deals with the AI to enrich myself, to drain their coffers. So, for example, click on Phoenicia. Man, they have a huge army there. But we're declared friends, so I don't think they can do anything to you. Well, actually, is Phoenicia declared friends with you? Not sure how teams work. If you hover over her icon, or if you look at it, does she have like a friendly icon, any icon next to her face?
Yeah, it says friendly.
So if you click on her, you should be
friendly,
able to...
no grievances. It doesn't say truce. It just says
declared friend or friendly.
It just says friendly.
So click on her face to open up the diplomacy view with her, and see if you can.
Should I declare friendship?
Yeah, try to declare friendship, because if you're declared friend, she can't declare war on you.
No.
She said no.
She says no, so that hoe's probably gonna try and attack.
She might try to attack you, but I'm interested to see what happens, because she's my declared friend, and attacking you means I go to war automatically. So I wonder what the game allows. But you might want to bring that archer back just in case. If she does declare war, I can send you my gold to help you a bit. And you might want to focus on walls near that border city just in case. That said, click on Pachacuti. Oh, he's building the Colosseum.
Do 25 turns to get walls there. Production's in a very sad place right now.
Yeah. If you click on Pachacuti, click on Make a Deal.
Pachacuti, okay.
And then you should be able to offer open borders. Just click that button and then say, what will you give me? And see if he'll give you anything.
Yeah. 3 gold for 30 turns and 8 gold.
Beautiful. Accept. That's free gold, essentially. You can do the same thing with Dido to see if she'll give you anything. If she does declare war, she does have a settler up in her northwest you might be able to steal, but I think
she'd only give me a one-time 10 gold.
I think Cusco's going to beat me to the Colosseum by a big, like it's not even close. So that's unfortunate. Still going for it.
All right. Let's see.
Now I can switch to working on settlers.
So the game's recommending, why does it recommend to go down the 1 tile? Instead of the ping that you dropped, it's recommending to go 1 down on the bananas?
It basically just is like, oh, there's resources near it, and it thinks it's good. It's not necessarily better or worse, though you would lose the bananas if you settled on the bananas, I think. Personally, when you go for science, I tend to crowd my cities versus other games. I might spread them out, although I'm spreading them out a decent amount this game. So I would want to get as many cities as possible. If you settle further south, you're preventing, you might prevent
cities.
More cities. So.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Sorry, I've just been trying to get stuff done.
You like my military strength, bro? Out of this world.
89, not bad. Mine's barely more than yours, so.
Oh shoot! I just got sugar everywhere.
Sugar?
Yeah, I've got these like sour straws that I'm eating. Anyways.
Nice. Like pixie sticks?
No, like sour, kind of like gummy tape, kind of like those Airhead long tape things. All right, boys. Holy cow, there's no production here, bro. This is bad news.
So it's going to be limited at first, but you have a ton of growth, so you'll grow population fast. Because of that, you're going to probably want to get a monument first, because that's going to help you grow your borders to work better tiles. Eventually, one of these cities, maybe the one where you just built a campus with the government district, it might be worth cranking out a ton of builders, because you need to do so many, like tons and tons of chops, tons of improvements. You have great tiles, they just need a lot of work. Lots of build charges.
Yeah, as soon as I get the sale one done, I think I'm just going to start cranking, because...
Yeah, and there's a card that will let you get builders faster as well. And it's often worth it.
Worth the money to change it?
Well, just worth using it. Using up a policy slot for it.
How do I change policies?
Every time a civic finishes, or you can pay to do it early. If you go to view policies, you can pay gold to change which cards you have in place.
Where are the policies at?
So, government tile up at the top, government icon.
Okay, there we go.
Then view policies, and then yeah. I'm finally going to get a fourth city. It's only been a millennia. Where to first? Right there.
Civics again. Alright, so I just got political philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Am I just wanting to backtrack on like military tradition and mysticism? Because I can't go on forward until I do those.
Military.
Or games and rec and drama and poetry.
Oh yeah, to go forward you have to go back. So mysticism is not bad. You'll get a free envoy, and you can get the preserve in, and you can get more great scientist points per turn. However, if you just got political philosophy, you can adopt a new government.
Just got that. Classical Republic, autocracy, or oligarchy?
So oligarchy is going to be great for war. So you're not really expecting war, so that's not great for this situation. Autocracy is going to kind of help boost your capital. It'll also help you build wonders faster, though you're probably not focusing on wonders very much. Though it will improve the yields in your capital, as well as in Gwangju a little bit. And then a classical republic, it's kind of... It'll help, I think, let's see, its bonus is great person points, which is great because you'll get more great scientist points, and then you'll be able to use 2 economic policy cards, which is pretty good. It's debatable which one's better. I tend to go classical republic or autocracy if I'm being peaceful. Classical republic is kind of the easy answer.
Okay.
If you can stay peaceful, the classical republic would be pretty nice.
Usually the first envoy gets 2 or 2 influence points per turn towards.
I usually go plus 2 influence points per turn. Like 90% of the time. And then I would usually boost my settlers, maybe builders. So I'm getting builders done. Like that's what I have in right now.
Cool.
Stupid Inca. Building a Coliseum. Oh, yikes. We're at war with Hong Kong, are we? No. I don't know why that's... Oh, Barbarian, yeah, okay, yeah. Yikes, 2 Barbarian units.
Sweet, my turn consisted of absolutely nothing.
I know. It's just hit next turn, right? That's how a lot of turns are.
It's a busy world I live in.
Unmet city state's been defeated. We want to retreat with our scout.
Okay.
Heal. Settler better not die to a flood or something.
I think I might make it out. 14 to 34 turns. I gotta go 3 more to make it out of this round. 4 more. Era score. Era score always confuses me. I never know what to do there.
No, it's kind of just like it's important, but not too important. Now you definitely want to avoid a dark age where you're at right now, because you don't want any loyalty issues. But that's the main thing. It affects your loyalty. You can also get some pretty sweet bonuses from it. Like in heroic ages, especially if you're going for religion, there's some pretty great bonuses you can get from it, where you can spend faith to get settlers and builders, for example, which is pretty nice. I'm going to send 1 envoy here. Get more production towards my units.
The preserve, is that pretty good?
It's decent. If you settle
But I'm not worrying
here,
about that right now. Should I just do a library instead?
If you settle right there, I can put a city down here by the mountains. And then you'll have everything there and east of that.
So should I go there instead of the coast first?
You can go to the coast next. I'm just saying that if I place a city right on this one by the mountains, you'll be able to place a city right there. And we'll still be spaced out.
So in my capital, should I worry about, should I build a library first so I can get science boosted still? Or should I work on settlers still?
I would still, usually I'm going to focus on settlers if I can, which I think you should. Get a bunch of settlers till all your main cities are done. And in the meantime, I would use another city like Gwangju to get builders to go improve the capital, or other cities too, but just kind of like feed those cities and get them better. And I'll use my gold usually to boost my capital while it's focusing on settlers to get some of the buildings it can't afford to get.
Okay, that's what I'm doing now. And there's so many things to micromanage. It's nuts.
I know. Ooh. This scout might be dead. But I hope not.
All right. Mathematics, engineering, ironworking, mathematics.
Ooh, he was hit but not killed. However, he will be killed. Oh, yikes.
Ain't looking good, my guy. 10 turns. 3 more era score. I'm not sure how to really get that.
So that's a decent amount of time. So you can get a great person. In fact, let's take a look at great people. You won't get the next. You're getting 3.4 great scientist points per turn. That's not bad. It doesn't look like you're super close to any of the other ones, though. So you can do that. You can build a unique unit, which I don't think you can get yet. You can discover things with your scout. There's a variety of things you can get. But yeah, if you do get a Dark Age, you'll still be able to get through it and probably not lose your city. I think you'd be fine.
Oh, we shall see.
You can improve tiles on places where there's been a flood. That can also happen. Settling cities can even give you era score. So, if you have a lot of cities.
Cool.
Maybe I should have Ravenna get me a encampment. I'm gonna want to get military engineers soon. Lost my scout, unfortunately.
Nisha going to war with the Inca, huh?
Oh, they are? Nice. That's good, because now I think getting us to declare friendship with them helped. Heretium.
Yeah, you're cranking cities out like a boss now.
My capital's just building them. As fast as that it can make them. And I still need to do 1, 2, 3, 4 more settlers of cities I have planned. I could even do a 5th city here if I wanted to, but I don't think so.
So if it's a hill, I can create a mine on it. Is that correct?
Yep. That is correct. And these are really a phenomenal Petra city, though I guess this is. Has your era score gone up at all?
No.
Okay. You might, when you settle on that coast, if you make it there in time, you might get era score for settling on the coast for the first time.
Okay. Should I go on to defensive tactics or backtrack for military tradition, drama, and poetry?
Let's see. Drama and poetry is really mostly in our current strategy, just to get further ahead, because we really want to get towards civil service, because we can make an alliance, which will just help us get better trade routes and stuff. Not to mention, it gets you to recorded history or defensive tactics, which will give you another governor tile.
Cool.
So
I did that. And then on my tiles, my bananas down here, should I Should I work those tiles or should I clear them out?
I would work them. You can chop the rainforest without removing the bananas, but it will lose a food resource.
Okay.
Major flood. Buy my iron tile.
Let's go here.
We may eventually need to create a religion just to kind of compete to make sure no one gets a religious victory. Though, because there's only 2 religions, which is surprising. Normally on Deity, it's hard to get a religion. But I guess when you take out another extra AI player, there's a few people, you think there should be 3 religions. But looking at the great profit points, but we'll see. I might get one
Okay,
eventually
so
just to
on my
get some
soul,
points.
should I do a Sail on? I don't really have any like areas that are hill around there.
Yeah, you'd have to buy a tile, I think.
Yeah.
And even then, you couldn't put hills around it. You couldn't. Yeah, you
So
couldn't like, get very many
yeah, is that
mines
even
around
worth
it.
doing?
So it probably is, though it might not be worth it right now. You might want to focus on other like natural growth. Do you have the monument and the granary already?
I just have the monument.
So you could work on a granary, probably be pretty good. Like it wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
It improves your housing by 2, so it helps it grow by a decent amount.
I know. Syrups. Do I want to get to education? Isn't that right?
Yes, education is probably one of your main goals because you can start getting universities up.
Okay.
Right now, it's kind of like a peaceful, grow as fast as you can everywhere, and then you're going to put a ton of time into like industry in all your cities and campuses, and then probably commercial hubs once you have both of those.
Judaism.
Let's see, I think 2 more settlers. here and one there, and then I'm done. Getting all my cities out, and then I can finally work on industry. It's kind of like phases, right? Phase 1 is get all the cities you can, because then they're all at least doing something. After that, it's like fortify, strengthen, improve your nation's power with industry, money, all that kind of stuff. And then it's focus on winning.
Okay. Oh, sweet. I made it to a normal age just in time.
Nice. It'll be very helpful. I'm in a normal age as well, so in fact the Inca and Phoenicia are in dark ages, so we're doing great.
How can you tell that?
So when you hit mech dedication, it has the 3 like current age by civilizations, tells you who you've discovered and what their age is. The moon means a dark age, the half moon's a normal age, and then like a bright sun is the golden age.
Okay, cool. How important are amenities?
More important than they used to be. If you go on the top right, there's an icon called List of Reports. It's the far right of the little like report style icons. It's got like a little notepad. Click on that, shows a bunch of different reports. You can look at yield, you can look at a bunch of stuff, but the most important one right now is city status. And it will tell you each city, its loyalty, its population, its growth rate, and the amenities you have in that city. And then if they're content, happy, or well, whatever they are, they can be mad or whatever. And if they're content and happy,
no bueno.
right? If they're happy and stuff, it'll accelerate their growth, which is nice.
So how do I boost amenities?
You get more resources. So on that same reports tab, there's one called Global Resources. You click on that. The main way is to get luxury resources. You can also build districts called amenity districts or something like that, entertainment districts, and those improve amenities. But the main way in the beginning is to focus on these unique luxury resources. Something you and I can probably trade with each other. In fact, you probably don't even have a cotton, which is selfish of me. I should have thought about this. Because the first one is the only one that actually helps you. If you have duplicate luxury resources, it's better to trade those away. So I have 4 cotton, so I'm going to give you one, and that'll help your amenities. So you should accept that deal.
Will it help amenities across the board with every city?
So each one is worth 4, and each city can receive 1 from a luxury resource. So it'll help 4 of your cities. It'll give 4 of them. And if you had a duplicate one, it wouldn't help any other cities. So.
Okay, so should I do free inquiry for my dedication? Era score each time you trigger Eureka, and construction buildings to provide science as a base field?
I think that's going to be your best bet, because when you get a library or a university, you'll get era score from it during this next era, which is nice.
All right.
First World Congress. Let's double. We should vote to double science. Great science points, since that's pretty much what we're going for, especially you. Great scientist. And then new districts built by this player. Honestly, I'll vote for you. And you should vote for yourself. That way, culture bombs will gain adjacent tiles whenever you build a district, which is nice. Beautiful. No points towards great profits. Wow. AI's being smart. We might have to actually try and get a religion to make sure we don't lose a religious. Though I'm not too worried while we still haven't discovered the other continent. Still only 2 out of 5 religions have been founded. 1 on each continent, so we might have to worry about that eventually. Not yet, though. Now, I bet you don't have any silver either. You don't, so I'll give you one of those. In fact, here, yeah, you didn't accept the deal, so here you go. I just sent you that same deal, except there's 2 resources, so you're gonna want to click on that and hit accept. It'll give you 2 luxury resources that you don't have, which will help your amenities quite a bit. There's a luxury resource near your city you just settled, silk. If you improve that, you'll get silk as well.
Thanks, my guy.
Yeah, no problem. Honey, also by your capital, which you did improve, is a luxury resource, so you have that one. Got my legionnaires, not that I'm going to do much with them. Though I guess I could... Man, Zanzibar would be a great city to have, but that's like impossible to take without ships. And I'm Suzerain or Bandar Brunei, so there's no point in conquering them. I still have sailing, do I? Okay. Let's grab that.
All right, so I just got another governor slot. Should I
Beautiful.
appoint a new governor or upgrade one of the current 2?
So you have Pingala and Magnus, right?
Yes, sir.
I probably would upgrade Pingala, unless you're struggling with loyalty somewhere, which I don't think you are. And I would get a researcher. You're going to get +1 science for each citizen in the city that he's placed in.
Should I transfer him back to Guangzhou?
Only if you're done making settlers there.
I haven't been. I've been making builders in Guangzhou.
Oh, where's he at? Oh, he's
Jiangsu is where he's at because I had the loyalty issue.
Right. You probably could keep him where he's at because they have the same amount of population and they both have campuses. So he's probably fine there. Probably doesn't make too much of a difference. You're probably going to want to put a city, if you're still making settlers.
Yep.
Give or take right here.
Okay. And then I could hit
that's-
one more on the coast there.
Yeah. Either far north, right? Is that what you're looking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Natural wonder discovered. Nice. You should have got a lot of air score from that.
All right. Let's see. Wait, which city is this?
Okay, so building a fort does boost something. Have 2 forts in your territory. Both, okay. Let's see, do I want to change my cards? That's not helpful. That is very helpful. Could put an aqueduct here.
Alright, so I'm gonna go down. Keep.
Well, Phoenicia's not doing so hot, actually. They have a few cities over there on the coast, which are pretty strong. But then Kandy and Anook are pretty weak. Though I guess one has Machu Picchu. Well, no, not quite. They're still constructing there, I think.
Jeez, they are cranking science, man.
Pachacudi wants to give me salt and 4 gold per turn and a little more gold for 30 diplomatic favor. I accept. Yeah, you'll catch up in science. There's games where I play and I'm way further behind than this on science at this point in the game against Deity. Pretty soon, as you get your cities down and get your campuses down, you'll be doubling up all the AI science and you'll cruise, I think, to a Deity victory.
Alright, so back to the tech tree. Just unlocked apprenticeship.
Mm-hmm.
Should I again work back and get like ironworking, construction, and engineering?
Good question.
Because I can't go forward anymore. I guess I could do astronomy.
So, yeah, you could go to astronomy because the next goal is you really want to get towards industrialization and eventually to chemistry. That's a long ways down the road. But getting something like, you don't really need a lot of the shipbuilding ones, but you need them to get to industrialization, which is really strong. If you also might want to grab like ironworking and engineering. Do you have and construction is really, really good. If you don't have that yet, that's one you need to grab.
I'm gonna do both those then.
Because then you can get lumber mills, which is nice. Especially on flatland forest. Yeah, Phoenicia is spreading their religion pretty intensely. If eventually I build holy sites, I can defend us from a religious loss. The real way to play on a team is probably to have one person focus on science, the other person to focus on like culture and stuff. But I wanted us both to have a similar play style so that we can use each other's strengths and you can kind of see what to do with science.
All right.
Also, that city you have in the south, it's going to be a great place for you to set up a triangle of a dam, an aqueduct, and an industrial zone to get a lot of energy and power.
What do I build first of those?
So it doesn't really matter which one you build first. It matters more. It's much more important how you set them up. If you look at the Civlopedia, which is at the top right, the question mark, hit that and type in industrial zone.
Industrial zone logistics? No, just industrial zone. Okay.
Yep. So it's a district in your city for industrial activity. You look at the traits. It's going to give you engineer points, which is great. Adjacency bonuses. So you're going to get +1 for each quarry, all that kind of stuff. If you go down a little further, it's +2 for each aqueduct, +2 for each canal, bath, or dam. So if you have a dam and an aqueduct, you'll automatically get +4 if it's next to both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
and
really,
aqueducts
really nice.
and dams have to be on the river?
Mm-hmm. And a dam has to be touching 2 tiles of the river. So for example, this part right here could be a dam. 1 second, I said that to myself. That could be a dam because it has 2, it's on the hex, 2 of the hex sides are touching a river. If that makes sense.
Okay. I will do that then. That's the dam, is that right? Or aqueduct?
That's the dam. To get to dam, you have to get all the way up to buttress, which is after like sailing and shipbuilding and stuff.
So what should I do on my civ tree? Should I go back again and do military tradition?
How close are you to civil service?
I could do that now. 19 turns.
Civil service is a good one.
Grow a city to 10 population?
Yeah, that's hard to do sometimes.
That's not going to happen. Okay. Yet again, should I appoint another governor or upgrade another one again?
You can upgrade. Magnus isn't bad to upgrade to get surplus logistics. I do that sometimes because it'll help you grow faster. Though Reyna's really good. She'll give you more gold and let you have your new cities get tiles faster. Those are kind of your 2 main bets. Or you could actually, if you don't have Liang yet, Liang is good because all builders will get +1 charge wherever she's at. So if you put her in whatever city is producing builders for you, they'll all have an extra build charge. I get her almost every game pretty early.
Cool. Ah, crap. Why are both my scouts there? Okay, back to here.
60. I can start exploring that. Capital is finally done getting settlers for now. Moving my governors around. Gotta renew my friendships. It's nice to be friends with the neighbors because it pretty much eliminates the threat of war.
So a university upgrades the library, is that right? Or the sale one? Is that what the university does? Because
Yeah,
it goes right on top of it, right?
So it's a building inside the that district. So most every district, all specialty districts such as campuses, theater squares, they all have buildings you can build inside them.
Okay.
Which provide pretty big bonuses.
So if I were to do an industrial zone, would it be stupid to do an industrial zone in my Jeonju, like that one bordering Phoenicia?
Not necessarily. So each one can provide bonuses to cities 6 tiles away. So the one in the south wouldn't help that city. And because there's floodplains, you can get a dam there. It's actually a pretty great place to build an industrial zone. You would just want it somewhere near where you might build a dam in the future. And any floodplains that's next to a river with 2 tiles touching it could build a dam. So next to the campus should be able to build a dam. So you'd want to put the industrial zone, theoretically, maybe the tile west of the
That 3 corn tile west of the campus?
That should work. I think. You'd have to put a campus. Well, no, maybe the tile you don't own. Maybe this is actually the best place for your industrial zone. Because you could do something like this. 1 second. I think you could place these like that. So you could do an industrial zone there, a dam there, and an aqueduct right next to it. And that would make that a +4 industrial zone. I think that would work.
Cool. Thanks, my guy.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Gosh. So am I putting industrial zones in very many places, or should I just not worry about doing that in every place? Because it's going to give you better production, right? But it's not necessarily
you'll have diminishing rewards if you build them everywhere, though I sometimes do. In general, if they're spaced out so every city is within 6 tiles of an industrial zone, you've done it perfectly. Because every city will get the benefits of the zone. And they won't get it right away. There's later buildings, such as a factory that you put in an industrial zone that provides production to the city it owns, as well as cities within 6 tiles. If that makes sense. It'll make more sense as you kind of get there, but as we get to that point where we have that size of... we're at that point in the tech tree where we can get that the factory and stuff in the city, but...
Okay.
just king.
Should we do like what, one more turn?
Yeah, I'm done with that. We've got 2, 4,
Sweet.
6. Just about to put another city down. Did you ever get the Coliseum down first?
No, I didn't even go for it. I saw that Pachacootie had built it. So
Do you have any natural wonders? Like, how important? I guess culture is going to be more important for natural wonders. Is that right?
yeah, in general, there's a few that can help you build get like a science victory, like the Oxford University, though they're not necessary. Honestly, having just high science and high industry is the best thing for a science victory because it takes a lot of production to build rockets later in the game. Sheesh. There's a lot of gold. I'm trying to take all the AI's gold.
So are you making new trade deals and stuff almost every turn, or are you checking on stuff, or how's that?
Yeah, so I mean, every once in a while, especially if I get new duplicate copies of luxury resources, I'll go to the AI and be like, hey, what do you give me for this? Or I'll be like, hey, I need all your gold, and I'll sell them in a luxury resource they don't have, in order to get gold. And the reason I did that just now, what made me think of it is that I'm trying to get an armory in my city Ravenna, in its encampment district, so that I can build, what are they called? Military engineers, which can boost production in other cities to build dams and aqueducts faster. So I'm trying to let that city get production in order to boost other cities.
Okay.
And it made me think, oh, if I had the gold, I can buy that building right away. So cool.
What should I do, real quick? What should I do in this new city that I just did? Ganju. It's northeast of Kume. Your city.
Yeah. So there's a few different things you could do, but there's one hill. Probably. What would I do? I'd probably either get a granary or go for a builder in that city. I'd either try to grow the population and work more tiles, or I would get a builder to chop stuff out to get more tiles. So.
Yeah, I've got builders coming down from the other place still. So.
Cool. You want to do one more turn? Or are you ready?
I could do one more.
Always do one more, right? It's always the answer.
Always one more.
Just one more. Just one game.
Just one more.
One more turn. Every time I say just one more turn, I find out it's 6 a.m. later.
Oh yeah, you're like crap. Oh, he's getting attacked. Oh, it's my boys. Well, you're dead, my guy. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you.
You got a scout in trouble? Oh,
yeah. I put them on auto explore, and they put themselves in a inescapable portion of the map.
Classic.
Once the borders grew. All right, so science. I can do. Let's see. I can do stirrups, military engineering, castles. Do I want any of those more than another? Or I could do printing. That's 12 turns. Oh, wait. You said astronomy? Was that what I was going for?
So you want to move towards... You could move towards buttress so that you can build dams. Machinery is great for defense because you can get crossbowmen. Military engineering is good because you can see niter, which will let you build mines in other places you can't see yet. And then going towards industrialization, though, is kind of your next big goal. That will let
Okay,
you
so I have
power
to
your
backtrack
cities.
to sailing,
Mhm.
and then to shipbuilding, and then to buttress.
Yeah, I just had to do that too. I'm headed towards buttress. I just made an alliance with Phoenicia. I'm going to try and make an alliance with the Inca, which will mean it's impossible for them to go to war with us, I think.
This settler has a long way to travel. Holy crap.
I'm going to save a religious alliance for you and I to make, assuming we can make it. Harbor. I need builders everywhere. Okay, we got that in. Nice.
All right.
Alright, dude, I'm going to save it as soon as I finish up my moves here.
Alright, I'm going to send my scout to his imminent death. May the
Nice.
odds ever be in his favor.
Exactly. Cool. Well, this has been made a lot of good progress. We're kind of getting to the point where we're almost to the point where we can kind of solidify our empires. But you're pretty much getting you're getting your last city out, right? That's your settler.
Yeah, and he's going way up.
That's probably your last settler. You theoretically could build one on the west side of this mountain range. It's pretty risky. It's kind of near your capital, though. You could probably do it. And then you're going up on that coastline. And so until maybe we discover new continents or new areas that are unsettled, you're probably done settling cities. Maybe you would put one up here next to just north of Mohenjo-Daro, in the green area there. Like maybe you could get another city out, maybe two, like if you really want to. But you're getting to the point also where you can focus on getting like lots of tiles improved with builders, where you're going to like change your focus from settlers to builders to get tons and tons of improvements done, and getting your industry and gold improved so that you can just kind of get all the buildings you want quickly.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Do you buy buildings with gold outright very often, or is that pretty much a last resort? Do you typically reserve the gold use for what?
I usually use it for either military or to buy buildings that I'm kind of can get instantly, essentially. And I'm going to try to get 68 gold right now from Phoenicia, which will let me buy this.
68 gold? How the heck are you swindling them out of that?
I just traded some diplomatic favor that I've accrued for all their gold they had on hand, which let me buy the armory, which means next turn I can go ahead and queue up some military engineers, which I can use to complete dams very quickly.
Cool.
because dams take forever to build without them. So.
Well, that's going to be huge, man. I'm
Yep.
excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for the next episode too. So, thanks for playing, man. I'll see you in the next one.
All right. Catch you later, man.
Peace.